Happy Tuesday. Happy to see you guys here today. We are talking about habits that help us and habits that are not helping us. When those life-sustaining things like food or thinking become counterproductive. We know that through the food, through thinking, we get energy, we get warmth, we get comfort, we develop. When do we have to pay attention and maybe start to make small changes? I'll explain. So habits, we know, are very strong force, and nobody likes to talk about habits because we know that they are stubborn. Just like through my work, I learned that when I start to talk about posture, people like to look away because they think about holding, discipline, military pose, and we are not in that business. We are in the business of actually freeing up the body. But some discipline is needed. Okay, so examples of very good habits are something like, being encouraging to yourself and to other people in difficult times. Habits like this we want to keep. We all know the examples of bad habits. But when we come to food and thinking, the lines are not so clear, right? We get the energy through these things. We also sometimes may harm ourselves through emotional overeating and through emotional overthinking. Emotional overeating, we all experienced that and do from time to time. Like, I love food, I like eating, and sometimes I just eat, this and that, and maybe sometimes there is a place for that. But what I'm saying is that we can eat with friends and we can cook good meals and we can enjoy, but sometimes we just swallow and without even feeling too much taste, and then we already know this is not something that we want to continue for a long time. Don't stop. Redirect slowly, small steps towards changing that habit. But I would like to talk more about even more about emotional thinking, overthinking, overfocusing, and especially when it concerns chronic pain. Okay, because chronic pain is what I do and what interests me a lot. When I'm saying chronic pain, first of all, I mean musculoskeletal, back pain, neck pain, shoulders, knees, joints, right? Now we know that whatever your findings on MRI and CT scans, stress, strong emotions can play a huge role in your bigger pain picture, meaning a huge portion of that pain could be through you experiencing some turmoil. Okay, so when we go to see doctors, if it's a simple sprain, strain, doctors are not even concerned with that. They say take Advil, take Tylenol, sleep it off. We know now that most easy musculoskeletal pains self-limiting, meaning that after some time they'll take care of themselves. No treatment needed, no effort on our part. But unfortunately, it doesn't happen to everybody. Some people live with this pain longer. So how thinking can help or harm in this case? Somehow it happens that people dealing with chronic back pain, with time realize that thinking and focusing on that pain actually makes the pain stronger. Just like Russian Dr. Pavlov explained with his dogs and ringing the bell and food, that it's a learned reaction. So our gloaming, focusing, over focusing, thinking all the time about the symptom, like a painful shoulder, keeps that pain in place. While we like to think that, well, maybe just how it is, because there is some injury, just know that big portion of that pain could be some strong emotion, some turmoil, some stress, keeping that pain in place, and us actually focusing, thinking about it all the time, many times a day. So this is not a helpful habit at all, and we want to know how to work with them, how to think away from the pain. We can widen the scope of attention, like include all other areas in the body that feel good. I know it's not easy to do when you are having pain. Include other people in your thinking, include what you do, include your hobbies, include nature, but that's actually the topic of another conversation. I just want to explain, relate here the crux of the matter. The message that thinking too much of the problem makes the problem worse, for sure. And we can use this situation, this example with chronic pain, to start to learn how to work with strong habits in life. Because, hey guys, habits are a very strong force, one of the strongest forces on earth. And if we know how to work with them, then our life can get better. So use your pain to learn how to work with strong habits in general. And this information may be very useful to 3 categories of chronic pain sufferers. Again, predominantly musculoskeletal pain. I will explain in a moment who are these people and who could benefit a lot from learning how to work with stress and not to focus too much on painful sensations. So again, most of back pain will resolve on its own. Simple things. But for those people who in that frustrating first category, when your doctors expect you to heal, everybody expects you to heal, but the pain is still there after, let's say, a couple of months. So when all the time, reasonable time for healing has passed, then please consider that emotion, stress, and over-focusing can play a role in your situation. Know that there are things you can do besides thinking about it all the time, worrying about it all the time, and protecting your painful part. Okay, the second category is that when something stronger has been recommended because of the findings on MRI and CT scans, and you followed up with surgery or strong manipulations, so some, let's call, intervention has happened, and to no avail. You're not feeling better, or you're not feeling as good as you expected yourself to feel, or you're considering another operation, another surgery, because with chronic pain it's not uncommon that multiple surgeries happen. Okay, and when people still feel pain after the surgery, sometimes they think that doctors done something wrong during the surgery, like some kind of surgical mistake. Dr. Jack Stern in his book explains that these are uncommon. The complications are not so common in surgeries, yet it's the nature of chronic pain that there is no easy fix. There is no panacea, like simple cut of the surgical knife and problems resolved. Unfortunately not. So again, the second category, post-op, after manipulation, people who haven't been helped, consider working with stress, working with strong emotions, and learning not to think too much about that problem, trusting that it can get better, because body has tremendous capacity to heal. And finally, we are getting to this third category, probably most frustrating situation, where nobody is too sure what to do. Not the doctors, not yourself. Dr. Schubiner calls this category non-surgical world of back pain, musculoskeletal pains. Okay, so it's like in between two worlds. Potentially, you might have a surgery, but nobody's too sure. Potentially, you can heal without the surgery. Again, nobody's too sure. And I wish that this line between surgical and non-surgical world of back pain would be more clear, but this is not the case. Oftentimes, doctors don't know what to do, although they do recommend surgeries because the problem persists, there is pain, but they know that chronic pain sometimes doesn't just disappear after the surgery. Yes. And there is a situation, this is most unfortunate situation, where people have to go for another surgery, I guess. And it happens. So, guys, before doing anything drastical, explore every opportunity, working with your pain without doing something strong like a surgery. Here is one major stipulation, though, major, and it's if you've been living with chronic pain, please consult your doctor. Please go for a check-up. And things we want to exclude, and first of all, doctors want to exclude, are not even those findings on MRI and CT scan, because those we can deal with. But things that doctors are looking to exclude, first of all, are life-threatening, okay, that might mimic themselves as muscular pain. So tumors, heart attacks. Talk to your doctor and give yourself a peace of mind, so you can, at your own time, at your own pace, start to work on your own program, on getting better and leaving back pain behind. Again, happy Tuesday to you guys. Thank you very much for stopping by, and hopefully you learned something today. If it's too confusing, it's because it is. Chronic pain is multifactorial, and if it's been there for a long time, enough time lived in chronic pain, it will take some time to untangle, but maybe not that long. If we are serious about that business, if we are ready, maybe we can progress at a good pace. Yes? Bye, and hope to see you very soon.